now I would like to bring up my beloved brother from Baltimore. He is the General Counselor of Baltimore. Every time I think about this brother, when I first met him, it's so unique, you know, when souls connect. See, we're all connected. We're all bounded by love. See? And like she was saying, you know, you can't defeat this mind. They suppress the truth, crushed to the earth, will rise again. That truth is rising right now. Let me bring to the podium my brother, Malik L. Bay. Islam, 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 Islam,
Islam. Islamism without the schism. First I rise and give praise to Almighty God, Allah, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I give honor to his illustrious prophet, his love thought, Prophet Noble Ali, Al-Haj Sharif Abdul Ali. I give honor to the forerunner of the prophet, Prophet Mosiah Gabi L. I give honor to Act 1 of the divine Moorish American government. Yeah, our theocratic government. I give honor to all our head officials. I give honor to all divine ministers. I give honor to all swift angels. I give a special honor to our citizens and give a special honor to each and every one of you. I give a special honor to our South Carolina's consulate here for doing a wonderful job in uplifting fallen humanity, taking their place in the affairs of men. I give honor to North Carolina for being here. I give honor to all of the consulates here, there, and everywhere, for taking their place in the affairs of men. Because this is a magnificent task. There's a lot of work that we have to do. I want to give honor to the sister for coming up and standing up to eat. They were stirred up before, but when she came in, you know, we don't know where to go. I'm telling you, she told the truth. See, you know, we deliver that word in so many different ways. You know, all of us have gifts, but this is the place where you come and unfold. So you can bring forth the gift that Allah bless you with. But before I speak, before I say anything further, I want to bring my assistant from Baltimore, Consulate, Maryland, in the Maryland territory, Dr. Ashby Bay. He's my assistant here. Dr. Anwar Guwali, which a lot of you know, he wasn't able to come, but my brother is here to assist and give an honor to my wife for being on this path forever with me. She's been there by my side all the way. King Howard, he was strong, he was up, he was down, when she didn't know, when she didn't have a clue. I mean, when she was a little afraid, she said, you know what, I don't know, but we want to do this thing anyway. So she stepped out on faith, she was right there by my side as I was going through my trials and tribulations and facing Rome and doing all this and that. I mean, man, praise be to the Lord. But I'm going to bring forth my brother, Dr. Ashby Bay, to say a few words as well.
Islam, man. Islam. First, I want to rise, praise Almighty God Allah, give honor to His love Lord, Prophet Noble Ali. I want to give honor to the Moors, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the consulates. I want to give honor where honor is due. Islam. I'm going to be brief because my twin, we are twins. We came through the Sheikh's chamber together, minister's chamber. I want to be brief so he can give his portion because he's going to be on fire. But we were talking about love, and that put me in mind of the prophet in our Holy Quran. Divine Origin of the Asiatic Nations, where he said the fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nations of North America need to learn to love instead of hate, and to know of their higher self and lower self. This is the uniting of the Holy Quran in Mecca for teaching and instructing all Moorish Americans, etc. So I heard one of the brothers say that the European's definition of love was a great feeling. And feelings are the things that man has the most of and understands the least. You know, we always feel. We've been feeling for 400 years. Right? I united in the movement in 1998. And it has been a ride. When we talk about love, and the Moors needing to learn how to love instead of hate, the Prophet gave us that lesson for a reason, because he knew we were stiff-necked. You know, he knew that we were rebellious. He said in one of his great sayings, he said, it will take you 50 years to find out what I have bought you, and if you are not careful, 50 years after I am gone, you won't know that I have been here. And when you ask our people, unconscious people, you ask them who this man is, they don't know. They don't know. And that's by design. You know, the Caucasian, by design, doesn't want our people to know this man, because this man is love. So the Prophet's definition, he straightens it out for us of love is the only savior. The only savior of the world is love. And Yeshua, the son of Mary, comes to manifest that love to men. So when we hear about Jesus in the Holy Bible, that's an allegory. He never actually lived on this earth. He was a sign of one who would come. 2,000 years later. That's how magnificent, omnipotent, omnipresent Allah is. 2,000 years before, he's letting you know that the people are going to be in trouble, and I'm going to send them a savior.
That's right.
So, he sent this Savior for us. The Prophet started doing his work in 1913. Right? Has 50 years passed since he did his work?
Yes.
So in 1913, our people in America controlled 1/2 of 1% of the nation's wealth. 1/2 of 1% of the nation's wealth. Today, with all the so-called Negro millionaires, billionaires, sports figures, Oprah, Tyler Perry, our people still control 1/2 of 1% of the nation's wealth. So obviously, we haven't been loving instead of hate. And the Prophet, when he said love instead of hate, the first person we need to love is self. Right? And that's the higher and the lower. So, if we're not careful, if we don't wake up and heed to what this man said, by 2055, our people will control 0% of the nation's wealth, while our bread will be eaten by others. The so-called Jew, the Latinos, all of them are rising up. All of them are demonstrating the lessons that this man brought. But the Moors aren't. So I bear witness to it. I've been in many temples in Baltimore, and I love the Prophet. But the Moors haven't done the work. But the blessing is that we have a government that is beginning to do the work. And the work is love. The only saving power is love. Islam. So I just want to You can turn the floor over to my brother, my twin.
Oh, man.
Mr. Malik, good.
A drop of a dime, and it's okay. Because I used to be ashamed, shy about that. And I know coming in the movement and becoming a master of your own mind, one of the main lessons is you have to master your emotions. That's right. And I was a little confused about that in the beginning because I understand today that you need emotion or energy in motion to show love to your people, although it's not an intense feeling. But love is the cause, and the root is root that cause everything to exist. And you got to care. People don't really care about what you know until they know how much you really care. You understand? You can have all the knowledge in the world, but lack to know how to use it. Because the prophet said that the advantage of life is knowing how to use what you have, opposed to just possessing it. And the Moors just was possessing it for so many years, holding it and not using it. They was using it for their own selfish reasons. Yes. They selfish gain. There was supposed to be 2 doors on the temple. One to go in as a member, and one to graduate, come up out of it, become a guide of a nation. Your nation. Your nation. Those things we're supposed to have been learning how to become better citizens of our own government, of our own nation. There's no way that you can be. There's no prophet in the annals of history that was sent by the great God of the universe to come free of people from the iron hand oppression of the pale-skinned nations of Europe and then send them right back to them? No, that don't even make sense to me. See, you got to be able to question your leaders. Don't be afraid to question your leaders because, see, I wasn't a yes man. I wasn't a yes man when I was in the street, and I'm definitely ain't going to be a yes man in the movement. What I did, I changed that negative energy into a positive energy. You know, my grandmother told me, don't be afraid. Fear is one of the main things that will restrict your latent powers that God put in you. You can't fear nobody but Allah. But you don't want to fear Allah even as a foe. You want to fear, the fear we're talking about is respect. You want to respect Allah. Because He's the creator of everything. The creator of everything. Before I go on, I would like to, when I speak with my family, the word education to me, it means to draw out. I like to interact with the family because I like to induce thought. Because see, I've learned that taking these lessons, I don't like to run through them. I like to take my time with them because, man, you and I is the Lord. Yes, the Lord. Not just Yehoshua, a man that was called Jesus. You are the Lord. The Lord of the plain of soul. You are the Lord of the ether plane. You are in control of all of this around you. Allah is everywhere. You are in control of everything. So I like to induce thought, activity, so I can draw out of you, and you can give to me, and I can give to you. As above, so below. I want for my brother, man, as I want for myself. Ain't nothing wrong with that, is it? So I want somebody to turn to the page 546 in the Zoom in the Nation. The best study guide, in my opinion, right now on earth. There's a lot out there, but this one right here, this is very specific. 546. And since love being our first principle, we want to start at the head. My brother said that love is the only savior of the world. So it's not strange that we start at the head. You understand? So this is where we're going into. We're going into the mind. We're going to be dealing with the ashes of your soul. Memory. We want to call our memory to aid us, because when you educate a man, you draw out that which is already in him. It's in his cellular memory that everything that Allah, everything that he has gone through, not only in this life, but in past lives too. Everything that he has experienced, everything he has conquered, all the wisdom he has gained and learned over the ages. The only thing that perished back into the grave of the body is human knowledge. The thing that you carry on to with you, the plain soul, is wisdom. Wisdom is everlasting. So we want to draw out that which is already in you. Let little babies know. You know, we at one time used to tell them, look, stay in a child's place. You tell me what that is. That's still that Western philosophy, that concept. You're supposed to be teaching, taking your child on the 12-step ladder and teaching them these holy lessons, the divine lessons, so they can grow and unfold and become the God, man, and woman that Allah made them to be. So I want somebody to start off with, at the bottom where it says love. We get a volunteer reader. Where it says love on the first divine principle.
Okay, I got it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Love, the first divine principle. Much wisdom is to be learned from each point of the star. The first point represents love. There is but one love, love divine. Love is the absolute boundless, greater bliss in the harmonies of life. Love is not contingent or governed by the common feelings and emotions of men. It is the presence of Allah, the Creator. In all other living things, love is what man knows of himself. Love divine, like truth, is immutable. Love has much potency in which man can identify its infinite universality. Among these powerful potencies are understanding, forgiveness, mercy, righteousness, and God's sake. Often, people say love has changed them, when actually it is love potency which causes the action. Love will cause a child of wisdom to seek and see only the harmonies of life that breeds justice, mercy, love, and life. True love unites as oppressed to the cause of division caused by hatred. These potencies are dormant in all men and ready cause him to look for and seek the God-like harmonies in all things. Otherwise, they are doomed to hatred. Disagreement, war, and death. The key point of the star always represents the head of man. The head of man is his dome of purity, where his heart is kept in a temple. This is the nearest place he can meet his Allah. If his head is on straight. Islam.
And always remember, when you're teaching a man or a woman or a child, always aim for the heart, aim for the head. Let them know that their focus of attention should be right above the neck. Wherever your focus of attention is, energy goes. See, you're dealing with something that appears to be abstract, but it's actually you. It's your spirit. It's your soul. You're dealing with the actions of your soul, so you want to be able to assist man and woman activate their soul, like we're doing right now. We're thinking, we're reasoning, we're willing, we're understanding, and we're using remembrance. These are the things that we utilize so we can build character. Build what character? The God-man character. Where we got tools that we use, that we handle in the workshop of our mind. We just don't run through these things. We teach our people how to use them. Because this ain't no self-righteous bull crap. No, this ain't no self-right. We ain't playing that holy macaroni game. Being clean and divine means clean up your mind. Get your head straight. Change your thought pattern. That could be a challenging thing because we got some addictive behaviors. We gave up the birthright in the first place for what? Instant gratification. And some of us still like instant gratification. But that's the thing that gets you in trouble. That's the thing that took you off the throne, the high throne that the great God of the universe put you on. That's what you fell from, getting caught up in your senses. And you get caught up today in your senses. You You can't get caught up in what you see. Because the things that you see are only bodies, they just reflections. As the ether vibrate, the things, conditions change. As the ether change, conditions change. Your mind has to be focused. You got to clean up your mind. The old way of thinking, you got to do away with those things. The things that we come up and we was raised on, that not, you got to throw that stuff away. Put it in the garbage can, because guess what? That stuff will keep you bound, keep you enslaved. It will keep you trapped. So the prophet said he brought us everything it takes to save a nation of people. But we have to take it and save ourselves. This demonstration of love, Allah is the love. In Act 3 it said Allah is love. Yehoshua in the Piscean record says, it's the Father that doeth the work in me. See, it's nothing that I do of my own. It's the Father in me that doeth the work. You got to recognize the God in you that's doing the work. But it's you that's lining your will up. Your will is just an action of your soul. You're much more than just a thought. There's something about you that is unlike what you see. It's higher than the senses. It's higher than the things that you put your physical eyes on. You're higher than the thought. You control the thought. Once you start to contemplate on a thing, you start the process of manifestation. You are a Lord. You create your own conditions. Allah, great God of the universe, never created heaven nor hell for us. They are a state of mind or consciousness. We create those things. Allah made us. Everything he made was good. He cannot violate his own law. Allah cannot, so those misconcepts that God hates. God don't experience human frailties. He don't experience those. So when somebody is talking about God and he's trying to refer God as a feeling through getting angry, no. If you're saying God getting angry, you're talking about a man. He ain't talking about the great God of the universe. Even the wrath that we form, we create the wrath. We create the wrath by violating immutable principles that cannot be changed nor pass away. They automatically in place. The evil that which seems to be is the very thing that we create because we violate good. The misuse of good for our own selfish reasons. Oh, I don't like him. I don't like her. Why do you put so much energy in that type of thinking? When you have those thoughts, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself, because you can cross the borderline at will. What is the borderline? Somebody tell me. And it's real simple. The soul. That's the line that unites the brain and your mind. See, everything that the prophet teaches us is with self. It begins with self and ends with self. It's not all the way out there. But see, the preacher in them, they made it seem like it was all the way out there. They made it seem like we had to go and meet God in a far-off place. Because it was designed to do that so it could steal your birthright. So it could fleece you. He took it over. We don't take over. We make vows to fulfill. I was talking to a brother yesterday, he was talking about being a Mason. And I told him, I said, Mo, being a Mason, I'm a God man. I don't have to, the knowledge was stolen from me. Was stolen from you. And here it is, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled to buy it back. And you still ain't getting but a glimpse of it. A carrot is being dangled in your face. And I could no longer go through that anymore, because I had been through the yoke right, the sky is right, even the Moorish right. I had been through all of that because Because I thought that was the way to go, because I was following other men, because I was sincere and I really wanted to know. But I went through those things to find out that it wasn't there. Now I know, just like you said, my sister, Allah was preparing you
Right.
Islam.
He's giving you a mission. It's up to you to accept it.
That's right.
No, this ain't no hocus spooky thing. This is real.
Yes.
There's only two ways that God speaks to man. And that's a little still small voice. And then speak to man through the voice of man.
Right.
And he who hears is still.
Right.
Now, how do you hear? How do you be still? Because in the Bible it talks about that Jesus said, Yehoshua said, when you want something from my mom, you ask your father, go within your closet. Where's your closet? That's right, it's right here above your dollar. You can't take nothing there in there. You can't take no vain thought, no vain word. You have to clear your mind. It's going to be a challenge for a minute, but you have to practice. This thing don't come by way of hypnosis. You got to use the actions of your soul in order to unfold. Just like a seed, that big tree out there. The potencies of Allah, just like we're talking about the potencies of love, is in that seed. And in that very seed, as that seed unfolds, as it begins to get nurtured, it expands and bursts, and all the potencies and attributes of the great God of Allah manifest. He begins to manifest.
Go ahead, Bo.
You got to know who you are. You got to overcome those simple things. Those things that you believe. Those things that you was lied and told to about yourself. There's a three-step ladder that we use. Belief, faith, and fruition. Belief is what man thinks perhaps is true.
Yes.
Then faith is what man knows to be true. Now, fruition is when you become the message that you bring. You stand in fruition. People can see you. They see you. When they see you, this is why Jesus, your host, will say, when you see me, you see the Father. Because the aura and the energy that he carried with him carried a message, carried a vibration that it cleared up the house. All the ethers as they were vibrating at such a murky and dark level. When you come in, the light come on. You shouldn't have to say nothing. That's if you're living according to the divine law. If you're living according to your divine constitution, you don't have to say anything. All you got to be, and it is. That's how Allah speaks. He speaks through being. Allah will live in the noise of tongue. So you can talk and shine off in that. Moors can talk and shine off in that. But when it comes down to being the message to bring, that's where the trouble comes in there. Because one minute they will, the next minute they will or not. Then another time they don't know whether they will or not. One minute they are God, the next minute they are Word. Ain't it funny how we can laugh at the calamities of life? This is the point that you get to when you gain understanding of yourself. Man, I'm telling you, this is the best thing. The best thing that one can ever possess. And this is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of you to come back into your own. The importance of European taking God out of everything is so they can rule over you. This is why they gave you the image of Yehoshua in his own image. He gave you Yehoshua in his image so you can indirectly worship God. When you see him, what did he say in the record? When you see me, you see the Father. So the preacher trained your mind, conditioned your mind to believe when you see him, oh, that must be God. You ain't even saying those words, but it's in your mind. And you have this inferiority complex as a direct result of fear that he instilled in you when he made you accept the name Toby. Because there's a hidden power in the name. There's a hidden power when all of us say Moorish America. There's a power that manifests that goes around the world.
That's right.
And they don't want you to know that. They want you to believe that you're the minority. You are not the minority, you are the majority. A minor is somebody who does what? He's not just a lack of numbers. A minor is one who don't know himself. a minor. You're not competent enough to stand and defend yourself against that inferior bullcrap that they call law. Color law. They designed it to trick you. They play semantics, the word games. This is why you got to study. And when you think you have well studied, you got to go and study some more. And when you think you have well studied, you think you know, you got to go and study some more. Studying is a long lifetime process as long as you're in this flesh. Even out the flesh, you're going to study. Because it's a board you got to face. Yeah. Yeah, children. You asked to come here. You know that saying, oh, he didn't ask to come here. Yeah, this is on a higher level. Keep coming back. You're going to get the lesson. You probably know it already. But somebody else, an adult who didn't know, probably told you, because children, their mind is pure.
That's right.
Their imagination was given to you so you could be creative. So when you tell a child that he asked to come here, he intuitively understands that. But some adult mind that been molested will tell him, you ain't asked to come here. You know me and your daddy got together and on one of those wee hour nights and you don't fill in the blanks. Yeah, through strange conditions. Your husband was born under strange conditions. But guess what? It had no strange conditions between him and his father and his mother because they were adults.
That's right.
The strange condition that he was born on was the state of such and such. That's the strange condition that we're born under, and under the policies, the cover of law, and those things that delude the slave. Those are strange conditions that we are born under in the state of North Carolina, in the state of Maryland. The birth certificate, which is the warehouse receipt.
Right.
It's a contract. It's a contract. It's a contract. You go for these things willingly, so they can throw up their hands like they don't have, like they're innocent. But because they know that you don't have the knowledge of self, and they know that you're blind to the knowledge of self, they can present this thing to you, make it appear to be real, and you go for it. Because usually it comes with a privilege. It comes with a privilege. You know how the brother was speaking about most brothers come this way, they only want to get out of a jam. Yeah, I told you to tell brother, say, man, look, I'm telling you now, it's better for you not to know than to know and fake. You can't fake it till you make it. There's no such thing. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to get yourself hurt. Because you're creating your own negative karma. Remember, everything starts with the thought. You gotta sit down and you gotta meditate. And look, we ain't gonna make meditation real spooky.
Nope.
We're gonna talk about learn how to shut your mouth, quiet down, stop thinking about last night, stop thinking about who you're going to see that day, stop thinking about if the gas and electric bill will get paid. Because see, the European understand trauma. See, he can use fear as a means of distracting you. So you won't be focused. So you won't go into your own private chambers. I remember when I came into the Moorish Consulate in America, and the sheiks told me, yeah, we're going to the ADAT meeting, the chamber meeting. And I was so hyped up because I was going to the building. Because I was very studious. Had my pencil and paper. And then when I came to the Moorish American government, and I know and I learned, I always intuitively felt like the chamber was inside. But when the Grand National Chairman stood up, because the Grand National Chairman, he came to our temple, and everybody, when he stood up and faced the east, Grand National Chairman looked around like, so I'm going to Grand National Chairman do. Everybody else facing So after the meeting, he seen that I stood. So he said, "Do you know why I didn't face no direction?" I said, "No, but I did what you did." He said, "We put the direction there.
That's right.
But we put the direction there for those who are actually lost.
That's right. That's right.
So they can find their way back home. But once you know the truth and you have found the truth, you don't have to face any direction.
That's right.
You face the most nearest, most dearest place close to you, which is the heart.
Yes.
So you just stand because you are the east. See, we have to learn how to comprehend these things internally. Internalize these things, because everything that Allah made, He made it for the sake of serving man. Yeah, He put that big old sun out there in the universe for the sake of serving you. He put that great old big moon out there for the sake of serving you. He put the rest of the planets out there that do not violate the laws of each other, and they rotate in harmony with each other without making a sound. He put it out there in the universe in order for you to learn from these things. He told the young man, "Go to the desert, young man, and study the stork." Why? Because animals, what they do is they take care of their own.
That's right.
They respect the lineage that they come through. You don't see a lion. They try to mix a lion and a tiger. They did that.
Yeah, they did that.
But in their natural habitat, the lion mate with lions and the tigers mate with tigers.
That's true.
Because they don't violate their constitution.
Yes, sir.
And everything think on the level in which they was created to think.
That's right.
Everything, yeah, even a roach.
That's right.
He think on the level in which he was made to think on. Because he has a purpose.
Yes.
I was so sensitive to this thing. And I came in the house. My wife said, "What you going to do if you see a mice?" I'm going to get away from him. Even to this day. I don't like mice. But I respect you, brother. I respect you, sister. You just can't live here. I'm going to do something. I'm going to get some peppermint or something. I'm going to get something to change your body. You got to go someplace else. You know what I mean? But he has a purpose. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything has a purpose in the universe.
That's right.
So this is what we got to come to. Yeah, you got a purpose. I got a purpose. And it's up to each and every one of us to fulfill that purpose. What is the purpose? The purpose of life is for man to build the temple of perfected man. This is the whole reason why you go through different cycle ages. You've been through around the wheel and back. You go through at the end and the beginning of each cycle, a master soul is born. So Noble Drew Ali come at the end of the closing of the Piscean age and the opening of the Aquarian age.
Yes.
As a day star from on high. The day star is just like that light that's out there in that body of ocean that's shining in light. So when the other ships is coming in home, they can see which way to come. This is where the turban is supposed to be wrapped. It's supposed to be wrapped in such a way when they see your light, they know this is home.
That's right.
Take pride in wrapping your turban. When you wear your fez, you should be wearing your fez not like this. I ain't talking about nobody. But I'm seeing some brothers on Facebook with Alan Bay, and then they got stuff on their shirts that's contradict Alan Bay. Come on now, think. We can't misrepresent.
That's right.
If you're going to live right, you're going to be pure, clean it up. Get your act right. You can't be shaking it fast and then, you understand that on double. We're talking about clean up your heart. The prophet said that all Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. And these are some most simple instructions for complicated people. He said that we was hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious. He said, if I wake all of you up at the same time, you will destroy yourself. You'll destroy something. You'll tear something. But guess what? I brought you something that you can't tear. And we're going to try to tear that out. Look on Facebook. Look on social media. How you take something sacred and take it into a damnable situation. and then trying to free yourself. Oh man. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. But I found out that my objective and goal as a Moorish American Muslim is to live the life accordingly. The nationality card is only for your salvation. He said, stop flashing these cards before European, because what? It causes trouble. You ain't got to prove to nobody that you're Moorish American. Just be Moorish American. See, that's the mindset of the Negro. Always want to prove himself to somebody. You ever hear that saying that was on Facebook one time about how to market a Negro? It was a European. He was a store manager or something like that, and the Negro came in there and wanted to purchase a hat. So he came at him in a certain way because he knew with certain character traits that this so-called Negro lacked. Because it's always, the Negro always want to feel important. Because he's lacking something within his own character that makes him look outside of himself, and he believes that that hat will make him feel like somebody. So he sold him the hat. Knowing at that time they ain't like Negroes, but just for that price, I'll give you a few good word. Yeah, sir, gentlemen, you look great. Knowing that those words he would not use in any other way. But if you get what I'm saying, the lie that they will tell you just to use you. That's the point. But you got to be able to learn how to grow and love the truth. Is it saying that I'm a swift angel? I better be swift, especially with the wife I got. She can keep me on my toes. Always remind me of the job that I'm supposed to be doing. Because sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I don't even want to do this thing. Because our people are so hard-headed, stiff-necked and belly, and I'm like, I ain't messing with them no more. I ain't doing it. And she stayed there and looked at me like, real brother? And I stopped and I think, she called me back. See, that's what we ought to do. We ought to remind each other what our obligation is to one another. This is what man and woman obligation is for together in the first place. She was not meant to be a slave to him, and vice versa. She was there to help him build a temple perfected land. That's what her obligation is to raise a nation. She's the mother of civilization. So don't use her. She wasn't given to us for our own satisfy selfish gain, to satisfy our loose desires, and vice versa. See, these lessons are so simple. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this thing out. All you got to do is be pure at heart. Because the prophet said that only the pure at heart will see the king. You know how we be hating one another. We can throw hatred at one another. Comparison, competition. The Lord self breeds that. We want to get away from all of that. Don't bring that up in your conscience. Follow the protocol. You understand? Because we got a great job to do, and we got to save a nation of people. So they already gave me my time. My time has come to a closing. I hope I didn't bore you. I just wanted to keep it real simple. I just wanted to add some humor to it too, because I like to laugh. It's all right. It's therapeutic. I wish that youth was still here. The one came in great numbers, that basketball team. But the prophet came for the young and yet not born. He said they all become if they want to. Yes. But it's a young and yet not born that he come after. Islam? Islam? Islam. Islam. So I came in Islam and I leave in peace. And I want to thank you all for listening. And I love you all. Peace and love.
Islam, grand man, Islam. Gratitude. Dear brother her another round of applause. Okay, we'd like to thank everybody for being so patient. We know we held your attention for a long time. We had some other people that want to make some presentations, but due to the time that we've been holding you, we don't want to hold you up any longer. Maybe when you come back out and sit, we have my sister here. Everybody knows her as Mama G. She has a few words that she wants to say, but we want to start, feeding people, in time. Yeah. So what we're going to do, everybody, we're going to go in this door here, and you're going to come out here. All right. And like we said, right, I'd like everybody from the South Carolina Consulate, please come up. So all of my brothers and sisters that are here in South Carolina, right, these people that you see here, aside from the other Moors that are from different locations, we are here in South Carolina for you. For you. Come on, Jerry. Anybody gonna get me, Roy? Okay. This is the body of what we call a consulate. That means we're representing our Moorish nation. And this is what each and every one of you must do for the future of our children. We are a nation of people. You could call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. If you're from this tribe, you're from that tribe. Tribes make nations.
That's right.
And nations have one identity. From this day forward, know that you are, without a doubt or contradiction, a Moorish American. From the land of Lemuria, when the landmass was one, before there was any European on the planet.
That's right. That's right.
Come on.
That's how old we are. You can't even trace our birth rate.
That's right.
That's right.
You see? So these are the people, your brothers and your sisters, standing on the front line to represent our nation. Come and join us. Come and show your love for yourself, for your people, and for the future of our children. Islam, thank you for sharing your time, your energy, and we hope we got your attention. Peace and love. At this time, right, we're going to I want to close out. This is the way we close out. Everything, in other words, everything that we do came from our prophet, Prophet Noah. He said he brought us everything, like the brothers. He didn't say, I bought you a little bit of this and I bought you a little bit of that. He said he brought us everything we need to free ourselves as a nation of people. It's time. It's nation time. I know y'all heard that before, right? It's nation. So now we'll close out, right? This is the way that we close out with our prophet waters, right? January 15th, 1929. A warning from the prophet to be read at every meeting. I hereby inform all citizens that they must end all radical agitating speeches at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any citizen or group of citizens who hold malicious feelings towards the government or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button and cease wearing their turban and fez and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet, Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the government is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the government. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. A holy covenant of the Asiatic nations. Ye are the children of one father provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother have given you suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when you separate in the world, remember the relation that bindeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all in your love to each other. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. Islam. Islam. Islam.
Islam.
Islam.
Islam.
This meeting is officially closed according to Act 2 of our Divine Constitution and bylaws. Go in peace, everybody. Now it's time to eat. Everybody knows how sexy that sister Mama G. I'm going to talk to you while we get everybody.
Everybody done
I and everyone in this room did not descend from a cotton patch. We descended from kings, queens, scholars, mathematicians, and scientists. My name is Grandmaster Dr. Jermaine Mornair Bey, and I've been a Moor since 1993. God willing, I will remain in C68 because I'm 67 right now. My gift to my young people is I am a behavioral scientist, an urban anthropologist, and I'm 4778966. And that ain't no social. Back in the day, I didn't have this, I had that. One of the things about Columbia, South Carolina, is that we have an opportunity. I work with our young people, unfortunately at DJJ, and I have a very short period of time up here. They're suffering right now in the penal system, suffering. No food, no history, no education. We're talking about thousands of young people. And if you would like to do anything, please make an effort to visit the Juvenile Detention Center because they appreciate seeing their own and giving them wisdom. This is very, very important right now. Why? Because I have fought for 52 years as a full contact fighter around the world teaching about the African martial sciences. Bruce Lee never fought a day in his life, but we are up there wearing those geese every chance we get. That's a fact. The man who defeated Bruce Lee was Victor Moore. Please look him up. Victor Moore, look him up. We are great combat scientists. This is important. Please remember to get the truth. And those are original booklets, originals from on the inside. I am so grateful to have just a couple words and time with you today. And we'll leave it at that. I'll show visual work so much better. It just works. And only one sister in this room, my sister who I met today, even has access to this. This was made by a brother in Baltimore. He made this. All the history of all the nationalities of the world. Here it is. This is probably one of the last remaining copies. Because you cannot know your legacy if you don't know their history. You gotta know both. So if anybody would like to come over and look at this, okay? Feel free. I think this is in his legacy. And if you're not familiar with this picture, please get familiar with it. We are not Native Americans in this. This is South Carolina. South Carolina. The weapons that the people are using are Moorish weapons. These are Moors in South Carolina that was done by the Dutch. Please, you may take pictures of this if you like. So, our young people, don't let the signifying monkey have you get hooked up and have to deal with the lion and the elephant. I'll leave that as that. I'll say shukran on that. Oh, by the way, I was born in Jerusalem. I am Hebrew. I was born there. My father's Ethiopian. So I speak Hebrew and Arabic. And I'll close with this. What's the fifth commandment? Can somebody tell me what the fifth commandment, according to the Europeans, is? What is the fifth commandment? Thou shalt not kill. Technically, it's not. This translation is thou shalt not murder. They have a right to kill. Thou shalt not murder.